What is up, everybody? My name is Dan and I am a fairly large fan of gadgets. Today I am going to be unboxing a very cool phone. It's called the Pocophone. It's from Xiaomi and everyone has been going mental about this phone. You will see very many the big YouTubers, tech reviewers have been talking about this. I mean, it's a couple of months old now, but yeah, I've only just got it because I'm not a big YouTuber. So the Pocophone is a phone from Xiaomi. The reason why everyone's been freaking out about it is because it's very cheap compared to other flagship phones. The specs of this thing are pretty good. In fact, they are nearly as good in terms of power, in terms of raw power, as like the Pixel XL or like the new Google phones or even the new Samsung phones. Many people have said that this is the best cheap smartphone out right now. If you've been watching my channel, then you'll see I've recently been using the Redmi Note 6 Pro, which is another Xiaomi offshoot, another Xiaomi phone. This is even cheaper, but it's not that powerful. This is very powerful and I'm going to unbox it. We're going to have a look at it now and we're going to see what it looks like. And then I am going to come back and review it in like a week or so. So let's open this baby up and see what it looks like. Okay, so here we are. This is the Pocophone. This is the box it comes in. And as you can see here, it says the global version here because this phone isn't actually available like in the US or the UK yet. It's only available from China, so you have to import it. But there is a global version and it is in English, so you will be able to get it in English language. However, in the UK at least, Xiaomi did say that they may release this phone available in the UK to buy it in the UK, so it may be worth checking that out. But you can import it. I will put a link in the description where you can get it from, and yeah, it should all be good. It just might take a little while to get to you. So let's open it up and see what it looks like. And I'm gonna fast forward through this bit because it's boring. Oh, come on, I'm so bad at opening things. All right, here we go. There it is. Wrong way around. There it is, and as we can see, it's got some of the specs on it which make it kind of special. This Snapdragon 845 processor, which is as powerful as like basically the flagship phones that are used now by Google, like Pixel XL, that kind of stuff, and dual AI cameras, which apparently are pretty good. They've got the same on another phone that I use, and I know that the AI is very good. It does make the pictures look great, and a 4000 mAh battery, which should go some way to rectifying some battery issues that most people have. I mean, it should last at least a day and a half or so. Okay, so this is the first time I'm literally like holding the phone, and it does feel like quite good quality. It feels like, is that metal? I'm not sure if it's metal or, okay, I think it's still plastic. It's like a polycarbonate plastic. And then you've got the standard stuff, so a charger. So this is a USB, and as you can see, it is a USB-C, which is good because, you know, it's been out a while now. I think all the phones and all basically devices should have USB-C rather than the old version, which is a bit of a pain to use and just a bit slower. Well, a lot slower, really. And you get the silicone case, which is handy because it's better than nothing to protect your phone with. And then just an instruction manual, which I won't read. Anyway, this is what you get: the phone, a charger, USB-C, silicone case, and that's about it. But we're going to turn the phone on now, get rid of all this other stuff. Now, the absolute best thing about opening a new device is peeling off the front, the kind of plastic bit at the front. It feels very satisfying, and I literally cannot wait to do it. Okay, you ready? Oh, no, 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 grab it. Yeah, so shiny. I mean, it's not got like a metal back or anything, but it still feels, you know, nice. I mean, it doesn't, yeah, like I said, it doesn't feel cheap at all. I think it looks very, I think it does look like a premium phone, to be honest. It doesn't look cheap, it doesn't feel cheap, fairly big. I like a big screen. I've already got loads of fingerprints on it. I mean, yeah, it's kind of in the middle between these two, isn't it? So it's like as wide as this, not quite as long, and it's a lot wider than this, but just a bit longer. So there we go. That's the kind of size we're looking at here. Pocophone. So yeah, like I said, this is a Xiaomi phone, and it is actually one of their more powerful ones. So while I'm setting all this up, I'll just give you a bit of a rundown as to kind of what the point of this phone is, why it's kind of built the way it is. So basically, it's supposed to be able to compete with the kind of more expensive phones, like even the flagship phones, the Pixel XL, maybe even the latest Samsung phones, in terms of power, in terms of raw performance. It's got 6 GB of RAM, which is a lot for a phone, so it can run the most graphically intensive apps and games on mobile, and you shouldn't have to worry about any kind of lag or any kind of responsiveness issues. That is what it's built for. But again, it's only $350, so obviously there's pros and cons. The cons is that the screen is not as clear. It's not got as clear screen as those flagship phones. So this isn't a 4K screen. It won't display 4K kind of clarity, and the pixels per inch is lower than other phones. I don't really need the clear screen. I mean, it's just not a big issue for me. So already I can see it's very responsive, and I mean, I've not gone got anything on there yet, so you would expect it to be. But yeah, it looks good, and I mean, I don't think that looks like a bad screen to me. It looks very shiny, it looks very clear. I can see the apps and the images and the texts. The only thing I think I'm going to miss is NFC, which this does not have, which I do use. I will test everything. I'm going to test the cameras, the performance. I'm going to download some games, see how it runs games like PUBG and Need for Speed and all that kind of stuff, the pretty graphically intensive ones. So I'm going to finish off back where I was before. Pocophone looking good so far. So the Pocophone F1 looks pretty good so far. There are some other things I should tell you about the Pocophone F1. Firstly, it's got over 100 gigabytes of internal memory, and you can expand the memory. It's got a micro SD card slot somewhere. Anyway, yeah, you can expand the memory up to 256 gigabytes, so you can add another 256 gigabytes. And also, many of the reviewers who reviewed this phone complained, well, their biggest complaint about this phone was the MIUI, which is the user interface, the software that powers the phone. It's just a version of Android made by Xiaomi, and they were saying they didn't like it, it was bad, whatever. However, it's just been updated to MIUI 10. It used to be MIUI 9 up until literally like a week ago. So this will be a review using the MIUI 10, which is a big update. It changed basically all the entire user interface, so I will be reviewing this with MIUI 10 and see if it makes any difference. So this should be one of the only reviews, or one of the first, that reviews of the Pocophone F1 that uses the new UI MIUI 10. So yeah. So if you are interested in this phone, the Pocophone F1, then feel free to subscribe, and then you'll be able to know when I have fully used it properly, reviewed it, and then yeah, you'll see if it's actually worth it or not. But until then, until a week from now, I will see you around. Bye.